Welcome in. It's Fight Night 2 here on UFC3. We got a great card for you here tonight, and let's get to the action that'll come to you from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. In our opening bout in the featherweight division, the number 6th ranked Charles Oliveira will take on number 12 Duho Choi. In the heavyweight division, we got a big one for you. Number 5 Junior Dos Santos taking on number 10 Fabrizio Verdum. And the third bout of the night in the women's bantamweight division, 7th ranked Lauren Murphy will take on 9th ranked Sarah McMahon. As we head to the second half of the bouts here tonight, number 10 Al Iaquinta will take on newcomer Sage Northcutt in a lightweight division bout. In our fifth match, we've got a number 1 contender shot. Aljamain Sterling will take on Rafael Asuncio in the bantamweight division, with the winner taking on Jimmy for the title coming up at what will be our Combat Kingdom 1 here later on. Our main event tonight will be a featherweight division fight, as number 2 Brian Ortega will take on number 4 Zabit Magomedov in a featherweight semifinal, as a number 1 contender shot will be on the line for the winner of this one. So let's head on down to the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey.
Coming up next, it is a featherweight matchup between Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira and Duho Choi. So here he is, Joe, a man who really doesn't need any introduction, the Korean Superboy Duho Choi, the man many believe will become the first Korean UFC champion. Somewhat of a setback against Cub Swanson insofar as it went into the books as a loss, but his stock went up that night. That was the consensus 2016 fight of the year, and I think the Superboy proved to a lot of people just how deep his skill set goes.
This guy has ridiculous hand speed. If this fight comes to a striking exchange, he will have a distinct advantage.
With 9 UFC bonuses to his credit, here is the Sao Paulo native, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira, repping Macaco Gold Team, training out of Houston, Texas, and coming up on 20 UFC appearances. Here's a guy, Joe, who debuted with a lot of hype right out of high school. 20 years old, made his UFC debut. It was a good one against Darren Elkins. Has gone on to beat the likes of Hansu Ioki, Jeremy Stevens. No denying the credentials of this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira.
This guy has outstanding control on the ground, amongst the best in the world, and holding his opponent in the position that he would like to keep him in while utilizing his techniques.
Our tale of the tape for this featherweight fight. Oliveira is 2 years his senior. He will have a 4-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Gumi, South Korea, the Korean Superboy, Duho Choi. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 8 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliotta.
So Dan Mergliotta shares the cage.
Are you ready? You ready?
We are underway. All right, ready to go here. Bronx Charles Oliveira in that upright stance as usual. One of the more prolific submission artists in UFC history, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. We'll see how he approaches the early goings in this one. And busy as he looks to improve position here. All right, so let's see how the early portions of this fight play out. You know about the massive power he has in those kicks. He'll attack you low, he'll go to the head. Let's see if he can find the range here early in this matchup tonight.
Looking for the choke, gets the arm into the neck, pulls him down to the ground. That choke is deep.
Wow.
Full guard.
Choi gets back up again. Oh, that right hand is on.
Got him in the full guard here, and he's landing some brutal strikes. Big punch from the bottom.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round one.
He's looking to take the back. He's got him inside control.
Under 3 minutes now to go in round one. Now he's got over under. Oliveira's worked in that arm well. Double underhooks now. Oh, he got cracked with the jab there, Joe, and his head is firmly on the center line, the one place it really can't afford to be. He's showing some vulnerability here by leaning right into his opponent's range. Let's see if he can make some adjustments here. Oliveira gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Throwing that jab, no good. Nice punch by Choi. Great combination there, Joe. That landed. 90 seconds now to go in this one.
Really threw everything into that uppercut, but fell short. That's a clean left hand.
Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. Checks the leg kick, Joe. 45 seconds to go here in round one. Oh, nice job with the leg kick, and he will continue to try to beat up that lead leg. He'll go outside, he'll go inside. Expect that to be a big part of his attack and strategy in this one. Hit him with the jab.
Big kick, but miss.
The horn sounds for the end of round one.
Take a seat. Deep breath in. Breathe. Take a drink. All right, here we go. Listen, you're doing absolutely awesome. I want you to punch.
And here's a nice shot, lands perfectly. And here's another clean shot that lands. And another perfectly placed strike. Incredible highlights in that round.
Brittany Palmer is in the building doing work as usual.
Okay, ready? Round two. You ready?
All right, second round underway.
Feinting with that kick.
Oh, roundhouse kick lands. Well, turning defense to offense here, blocks the strike, and then counters with a straight punch. Nice work there by the Korean Superboy.
Oh! Oh, nice.
Beautiful combination of punches to the head. He gets tagged again.
I like the way he mixed that up here.
Well, he's landed some excellent shots in this fight tonight, but more often than not, it has been one and done. So the emphasis now moving forward, combinations. Throw your punches in bunches and really try to force the issue and get your opponent out.
Huge uppercut misses. Oh!
Well, he left his head open there, Joe, and he got cracked with that jab. He was almost moving into it. So let's see if he can switch up the footwork here, Joe, and make the requisite adjustments.
Let's go. It's a warning.
Left kick to the body.
And he connects with the punch there. Ooh. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2.
Yeah, these are what you say about the other punches. He hurt him with that hook.
Oh, nice job defensively there to get the guard up. Shot is blocked by the Korean Super Bowl. Uppercut lands. Huge block there. Try to establish that jab.
Oh, he tagged him with the left.
He's got him right here. Oh, he might be out.
Oh, he missed that kick. Trying to spin to the back. He's working from his back now. From a flattening out position, you got to
Setting up the sub here.
He's got it under.
He might get a finish here.
That rear naked choke is locked in tight. He might have to tap any second now. That's it. Round was almost over, but he sunk in the submission and got the victory.
Well, yeah, Joe, you could tell he was going to stop at nothing to leave the judges out of this one here tonight. He was focused on getting the win and getting it by submission, and you saw him in hot pursuit of it much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it. Then there was an opening there late, largely caused by a beautiful setup, and the submission comes late in the round. High-level stuff there.
And finally, one more time, no choice but to tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division. All right, we send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 45 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, Charles the Bronx Oliveira!
Well, the celebration is on in the corner after the big submission win here tonight. He told us during fight week that he needed to prioritize a finish here. Decisions were not going to be enough to take his career where he wants to take it, and expeditiously. So, gets the submission tonight. Now the celebration is on. There got to be few things in all of pro sports as satisfying than to be able to celebrate a UFC win with your coaches and training partners. And thankfully for this young man, now that is all that is left to do. It's a heavyweight showdown between Junior Dos Santos and Verdum. Well, still going strong as he approaches his 40th birthday. Here is by Cavallo, the former UFC heavyweight champion, Fabricio Verdum. Affable, colorful outside the octagon. Not a man you want to mess around with when they close the cage door. Fabricio Verdum, a lot of submission skills, but the striking has started to catch up with the grappling. Scary proposition for the rest of this heavyweight division.
Fabricio Verdum may have the best ground game in the history of the heavyweight division. He is a world-class Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter who has since improved his striking in leaps and bounds.
I promise you, you don't want to mistake his kindness for weakness. Affable guy, but his UFC tenure is really the stuff of legend. Started UFC career at 9-0 right out of the chute. I think many of you probably remember the UFC debut and knockout of Fabricio Verdum. This is a man who has consistently produced and proven that on any given Saturday night, this is the best heavyweight on the planet.
Junior Dos Santos has some of the best boxing, not just in the heavyweight division, but in all of mixed martial arts, period. He has devastating one-punch knockout power and an ever-improving ground game to go with it.
Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Verdun is 6 years his senior. Dos Santos weighed in at 238 pounds. The reach is identical. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 231 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Fabricio the Caballo Verdun. And now here's his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 238 pounds. Fighting out of Salvador Bahia, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, Junior Sagano Dos Santos. And when the action begins, referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, ready to go here with live action from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. So with no shortage of momentum, here is Fabricio Verdun. We'll see how he approaches it here tonight. 10 career wins by submission. A lot of those have come early on in fights, but don't sleep on the kicking game as well, or you could end up sleeping on the canvas. Fabricio Verdun trying to get after it early tonight. Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done by JDS. Joe, how do you think he approaches this challenge tonight?
Look out for the kicks of Fabricio Verdun.
Oh, that's a good strike there by Dos Santos.
Looking for the high kick.
Pretty good jab there by Verdun.
Both guys have proved to be dangerous in the opening seconds of this fight. Dropping down, looking for a single. Fabricio Verdun with a big takedown. That could play a large factor in this fight tonight. It looks like he's hunting for an arm here. Turns the hips. He's going to sit back. Throw the leg over the face. And he's free. That was a deep arm bar. He's got full guard. And he reverses position. Trying to take the back here. He's moving from full guard and passes into half guard.
Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch.
Excellent movement here on the ground. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. Very nice sweep. Now he's moved back into full guard.
Joe doing a nice job here staying busy from the bottom.
Showing some good defense here, trapping that arm.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Sagano.
Big punch from the bottom. He's in half guard here. Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly
now
staying
potentially
busy.
working on a submission instead.
He's looking for the mounted triangle here. And what he wants to do is, he wants to pin one of his opponent's arms down, throw his leg behind his opponent's head, then take that leg, put the ankle behind the back of his knee, secure the position. Oh
and
my
that
God!
will do it!
A beautiful job in setting up this arm bar. Excellent technique.
Yeah, really impressive work out of him here tonight. He had to work for it, no doubt about it, but a nice job to isolate and ultimately secure the arm and then get the tap from the arm bar. So a pretty submission finish turned in by that fighter here tonight.
And here's the end. And one more time from this angle, we can see that armbar locked in tight for the tap. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight. Here now, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 14 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Fabricio!
All right, so another big win in a career full of them for Cavallo Fabricio Verdum, longtime UFC heavyweight contender, former champion, and still getting it done well past his 40th birthday. So a lot of people wondered what kind of Verdum we would see here tonight. Looked like a prime Fabricio Verdum to me. Going to be very interesting to see just how far he can take this thing after producing this type of effort and result here tonight.
You gon' have a hard time trying to stop me. I'm caught. The word probably is not in my vocabulary. Neither is sorry, so better worry. Not a killer, but you try me and I'll see the jury.
It is a bantamweight matchup between Lauren Murphy and Sarah McMahon. So here's the 2004 Olympic silver medalist in freestyle wrestling, Sarah McMahon. No-nonsense approach to the game, Joe. She is very, very strong for this bantamweight division, and we've seen her submission game really start to pay dividends. Sarah McMahon, though, getting up there in age. We'll see if she can begin a bantamweight title run here tonight.
This girl is an outstanding wrestler. That is where she shines. Her takedowns are second to none. She has an excellent power double, great throws, and great wrestling takedown defense if her opponent chooses to try to take her down.
All right, here she is, ladies and gentlemen, really as well-rounded a mixed martial artist as we have in the UFC at present. Not going to wow you necessarily in any one area, but plus skills in every discipline of mixed martial arts, and a handful for anyone in this division just about anywhere the fight goes. With her skill set, she is comfortable anywhere in that octagon, a scary proposition for the rest of her fellow contenders.
This girl has monstrous knockout power. It's one of her biggest assets, and she is extremely confident in it. She will step forward towards her opponent knowing that one of her shots is all it takes to close the show.
And here is tonight's tale of the tape. 3 years apart with similar height and reach. All right, here now the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 11 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Gaffney, South Carolina, Sarah McMahon. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 10 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, USA, Lauren Murphy. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki.
So Mario Yamasaki, your third man in the octagon here tonight. And we are underway here live from Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Murphy got into the sport initially after taking his son to a jiu-jitsu class. Effective use of the jab by McMahon. All right, first round is underway, and you better watch out for the overhand punches when you're fighting an opponent of this caliber. It really has become a patented punch of hers, and something that a lot of opponents know is coming, but still can't account for. Let's see how long it takes her to find her range here tonight. Well, McMahon's got the double underhooks here in the clinch now.
Let's go.
And she pummels under and out of double underhooks.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by McMahon.
Oh, big shot! This could be it right here. Oh, what a leg kick.
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
She's moved into side control.
Lands a big elbow there.
Elbow to the head.
Big right hand lands.
She's now working from side control. North-south. She's inside control. Working for the Americana. It looks like she's got that arm locked.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
It's getting tighter. She might be forced to tap. That's it.
And there it is.
Beautiful technique setting it up, and a beautiful job in getting that submission.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That is some opportunistic grappling right there, and nice finishing instincts as well. You see a lot of fighters get the dominant position, but aren't necessarily able to lock up the choke or force the tap. No problem with her as she gets one of the bigger wins of her UFC career.
And here it is again, absolutely perfectly executed. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there she is, your winner by submission, and there will be no wiping the smile off her face tonight as she turns in one of the bigger highlights of her UFC career. We get the official decision with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki is going to stop for this contest at 3 minutes, 51 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Sarah.
So there she is, following what could be argued as the biggest win of her career. She gets it done by submission here tonight. She told us during Fight Week, Joe, I got to keep the judges out of it. She certainly did just that. Now all that's left to do is to celebrate with her coaches and her training partners. She had a lot of friends and family in the building here tonight. And man, did she put on a show for them and maximize this UFC showcase. Congratulations. All right, coming up next, it's a lightweight bout between Raging Al Iaquinta and Sage Northcutt. One of the more conditioned athletes on the roster with a work ethic to go with it. Here is the power speed combo. Super Sage Northcutt was all the rage coming off of Dana White's show. Dana White looking for a fight. Longtime karate practitioner, a guy who really was born into mixed martial arts. And he's had some seminal moments in the UFC thus far. And as Northcutt just getting going in the UFC, going to be interesting to see how far he can take this thing at 155 pounds.
This guy's an arm bar and a leg lock specialist. In every fight that you see him in the octagon, he looks to secure a limb and finish with a submission.
he ever raging, ladies and gentlemen? Raging Al Iaquinta repping Team Serra-Longo there in New York. Outstanding combinations. This is a pressure fighter, a very active guy, but came into mixed martial arts as a wrestler. So a lot of amateur experience, not just in wrestling, but in Thai boxing as well. Al Iaquinta, fundamental, technical, fluid fighter who is happy to be in there competing, doing what he loves here tonight.
This guy's one of the toughest guys we've ever seen compete in the octagon. His ability to overcome adversity, to absorb punishment, and then come back to deliver his own is a really amazing thing to watch.
And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Iaquinta is 9 years the elder. Northcutt is 3 inches taller. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Here for the official introduction, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a karate fighter, holding a professional record of 11 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Super Sage Northcutt. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 13 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Walthall, New York, raging Al Iaquinta. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, we are underway here from Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Well, there is no denying just how high the ceiling is for the 21-year-old Super Sage Northcutt, turned pro back in 2014. Brings a lot of finishing skills to the table, Joe. Very strong fighter, has some speed as well. 4 career wins by knockout. Opportunistic with his submissions as well. Super Sage Northcutt trying to put it all together tonight.
He is clearly in big, big trouble. Powerful right hand. Big shots. He's teeing off with some vicious shots.
Well, Joe, I know he respects the power coming back, but it looked like he moved right into that kick to the body, and his opponent landed it flush. So let's see if he changes up his footwork a little bit and tries to avoid further damage to the midsection moving forward. Nice 1-2 combination there. How about that chin?
And he's looking for that left. Nice shot.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. Midway through round 1.
He's got good accuracy on that jab. Oh! Oh, he got cracked. Yeah, and here he goes again.
Well, he misses with the left punch there. Effective punch there by Iaquinta.
He got lit up. And there he swung with a haymaker.
Slips the punch nicely there. Block that strike. Now counters with a leg kick. Well done there by Iaquinta. Good fight here, under 2 to go.
Attempts a big hook to the head, but misses. He got tagged there. Good combos here. Oh, and he's down.
You're seeing a lot of different looks tonight, Joe. Switches to southpaw once again.
And a nice kick.
Effective punch there.
Oh, he's hurt here.
And just like that, the fight is over.
Big roundhouse kick KO for the victory.
Indeed, Joe, that was a tremendous kick to end the fight tonight. Caught the opponent flush with full force and extension. And frankly, there was no chance after that. The fight was over as soon as that one made contact. Certainly one for the highlight reel here tonight.
Here it is one more time. And he's out.
Well, what a moment for him here tonight. A huge knockout on one of the sport's biggest stages. That is one they'll be talking about for some time. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Referee Eve Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 46 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout,
So Raging Al Iaquinta at his raging best here tonight. When he's healthy and firing on all cylinders as he was here tonight, he looks the part of a guy who could one day vie for the UFC lightweight title. So, big performance. Congrats to Ray Longo, Matt Serra, the entire team, and of course the 155-pound contender, Al Iaquinta. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Aljamain Sterling and Rafael Assunção. So here's the longtime bantamweight staple and contender, Rafael Assunção. Most of his UFC wins have come by way of decision. Perhaps that's been something that has held him back. Had a big fight against TJ Dillashaw, UFC 200, that didn't go his way. More often than not, though, Joe, when this guy is favored to win and expected to beat a fellow bantamweight, he has done so. Rafael Assunção in another big UFC opportunity spot tonight.
This guy has some of the best guard passing in all of mixed martial arts. His technique and the speed of his execution is outstanding.
Representing Serra-Longo Fight Team, here is the former collegiate wrestling standout, the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling. Outstanding all-around game, Joe. He uses his length well. Striking defense has been on point. Sometimes has been a little bit tentative on the feet, still developing in a lot of respects when it comes to his all-around MMA game, but he's got the Funk Jitsu going. Outstanding kickboxer. He will look to put it all together here tonight.
He's an extremely well-rounded mixed martial artist. Fantastic stand-up, great wrestler, and very slick on the ground. He's worked hard to have world-class skills in every aspect of the sport, and there are very few, if any, holes in his game.
All right, now our tail of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. The American is 28. The Brazilian is 35. Sterling will have a 5-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 27 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Rafael Assunção! And now he's his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Uniondale, New York, Aljamain Master Sterling! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata.
You ready? You ready?
And we are underway. All right, so here we go, early round 1, and there is Rafael Assunção. He and his brother Junior, one of 16 brother tandems to fight in the UFC. And watch out for that striking defense for Assunção. We know about his power. This is a guy who is exceptionally hard to hit. Gotta think he'll be sticking and moving off that center line as usual tonight.
Tries some serious power in that kick, but misses.
All right, first round is underway. We'll see how long it takes for him to find a home for these patented, powerful overhand punches. Always a big weapon of his on fight night. We'll see how soon he can get it going tonight.
This is a bit of a chess battle here.
Assunção gets caught with that punch. He's got to figure out a way to get that guard higher, Joe.
Beautiful inside leg kick.
Back and forth we go. Straight right hand, no good.
Set the pace and hit him first.
Oh, Beautiful kick to the body there, and he just left himself wide open for that strike. Very vulnerable by leaning in, keeping the guard high to allow for an opening down low.
Caught him with a punch.
Just missed with the left there. And able to avoid the punch there. Nice slip by a Sunset. Oh, misses with the jab. First takedown attempt is there.
Going towards the omoplata. Now he throws his leg over the shoulder. He's got the omoplata locked in. Could be it.
And this might just be a matter of time. The sheer will is really remarkable to watch.
That's big. In half guard.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
Now he's in full guard. He's in full guard here. He's looking for the triangle. Grabs his ankle, pulls down on his shin, throws his other leg over. He wants to lock it in place. Clamping down with head and arm control very, very tight. Oh, look at this.
Slams it to the ground, so just when you thought maybe his opponent was locking in on a triangle, he had other ideas. Nice job to change the complexion of this fight.
Now he's on top of half guard. Perfectly timed sweep. Looks like he's got his arm locked up. Wow, that was close. There's a nice leg kick. And here's another beautiful leg kick. And there's another excellent leg kick. Big round.
Você tá excelente nos socos, viu? Você tá usando bem sua envergadura e tá acertando o puxo dele. Maravilha. Ele tá ficando cansado e a mão dele tá...
Brittany Palmer is here, as always.
Okay, ready? Round two. You ready?
Second round here. Going to the body there with the right kick. Oh, nice block, and then immediately moves in for a counter kick to the body. Good stuff there by Storm.
Wow, what a back and forth exchange.
Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Oh, he's feeling it now. Nice combination there by Sterling. That's how you defend the single leg.
Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground. Staying busy.
Well, so he gets clipped once again here, Joe, and he continues to be vulnerable by leaning in. He's keeping his head on the center line. He's got to change things up a little bit here. Splits the guard and connects with the punch. Oh, he has mastered the range here, timing his shots nicely. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round two. A lot of clinch work here. A Sun Tzu's worked in that underhook once again. Strong transition there. He moves to his back.
He's got his back. He's got the choke. That is just amazing technique. He might be forced to tap. His choke is getting tighter and tighter. That's it. That's it. He got in the choke, refused to tap, and went night-night.
Yeah, that's high-level jiu-jitsu there, and I know going into this fight, he felt like he was going to have to be near perfect with his grappling and his transitions to force a tap, and he did one better here tonight. He forced the nap, so great technique to get the finish, and ultimately he is your winner by way of submission.
And one last time, super tight choke, and he's out. And one last time, excellent technique on that choke for the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight. The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 36 seconds of round number 2. For the winner by submission, Aljamain Master Sterling.
So there he is, your winner by way of submission. And candidly, Joe, I'm not sure this night could have gone any better. He did have some doubters coming in. He said, I got to mute those naysayers. And they're not going to keep quiet unless I can actually get this guy out of there. So mission accomplished. No judges necessary tonight. He gets the submission. And now all that's left is to celebrate with his coaches and training partners. What a moment for this oncoming fighter here tonight. All right, coming up next, a UFC featherweight division fight. So as this confident young fighter makes the walk here tonight, he's probably thinking, I'm going to get my opponent to the mat. You know what? He's not going to be able to get up. And I think for a lot of fighters who have dealt with the top game of this young man, they just can't get out from underneath him. He controls you, keeps his weight on you, and he just uses his hips beautifully to maintain a dominant position. Certainly he has sapped willpower and gas tanks throughout his MMA career, and at times guys have to give up.
This guy has excellent footwork. He's very difficult to catch inside the octagon. He closes the distance well, and he's always in a position to attack and defend.
Well, nice to see this young fighter healthy and making the walk here tonight. His takedowns are just incredible. High amplitude takedowns, great technique, explosion really with every shot, and seemingly no telegraph as well. So even a fighter with good takedown defense, more often than not, is not going to see this guy's shot coming.
This guy has devastating one-punch knockout power, amongst the very best in the world at delivering a single blow to end the fight.
All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this featherweight tilt. So these fighters are just a year apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, now for the introductions, we go to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Zombie Magomedov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Brian T-City Ortega!
You you're giving your instructions in the dressing room, protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
The fighters touch him up.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go. Oh, and there's a kick to the body, not having that one blocked by Ortega. Opens with the left hand and lands flush.
He feints with the kick.
He lands the head kick.
Nice kicks.
Trying to establish that jab once again.
Nice leg kick. And this is a bit of a chest battle here. That one hurt.
Well, he got cracked to the head there, Joe. He's going to have to change things up here with his footwork, with his tempo. He continues to be vulnerable to that strike coming back. Got to get his head off the center line.
Nice hook to the body.
Oh, strong punch there by Ortega.
And it completes a single leg takedown.
And now he's in side control.
Oh, looks like he might be able to get an arm here, Joe.
He's looking for the Kimura here in side control. What he wants to do here is he wants to pin his opponent's hand down. Then he wants to slide his arm underneath his opponent's, grab a hold of his own wrist in the double wrist. Outstanding.
We'll do it.
It was a beautiful job setting up that submission, and once he got it, the fight was over.
Yeah, that is high-level stuff out of him there, Joe, to finish the submission. It's one thing to get the dominant position. It's another thing to close the show, and he certainly did that here tonight. That's a big one.
And here it is again, absolutely perfectly executed. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 48 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, Brian T-City Ortega!
Well, at this point, all that is left is the celebration, and it's nice to see this fighter sharing a moment with his coaches and training partners after the big submission win here tonight. He had no shortage of naysayers coming in. A lot of people said he couldn't come in here and submit a foe of this quality. Well, that should mute the masses a little bit. That should set him up for a big fight moving forward. Tonight, though, as I mentioned, all about the celebration, and it is on in the corner.
Well, there you have it. Fight Night 2 is in the books. And the judges, they were not needed tonight, as all 6 matches were ended via submission or knockout. 5 of the 6 bouts tonight ended by way of submission. So how about that? And let's start it off. Brian Ortega with the quickest finish of the entire evening in the main event, as he subs Zabit Magomedsharipov 2:48 into the first round. So Ortega will move on to face Chan Sung Young at a later date for the vacant featherweight championship. Let's run down the card here tonight as we find out our highlights of the night. And the fight of the night in the way of submission was Aljamain Sterling, as he subbed Rafael Sunsao in the bantamweight division 2:36 into the second. And Aljamain Sterling will now move up to the #1 ranking in the bantamweight division, and he will face Jimmy Rivera for the vacant Bantamweight Championship. By virtue of Henry Cejudo retiring as champion of both divisions, Combat Kingdom 1, our big pay-per-view coming up in just a couple of events, will feature Aljamain Sterling and Jimmy Rivera for the Bantamweight Championship. And our performance of the night by way of knockout was the only knockout. And it was impressive. Al Iaquinta against Sage Northcutt. It took him only 3:46. He controlled the pace throughout, and he knocked him out with a vicious kick to the right side of the head. As the 10th ranked Al Iaquinta, he'll move up in that top 10 of the lightweight rankings with his win over a young buck in Sage Northcutt. Earlier on in the evening, in the women's bantamweight division, it was Sarah McMahon with the upset over Lauren Murphy with a submission 351 into the first round, so she will likely move up a couple spots, probably to 7 or 8 in the women's bantamweight division. Earlier on, Junior Dos Santos taking on Fabricio Verdum in the heavyweight division, and another upset as the 10th ranked Fabricio taking down 5th ranked Junior 4-14 into round number 1 by way of submission. So Verdum, he's trying to work his way up in a loaded heavyweight division, and Junior Dos Santos really sees a title shot really whisk away with his first round submission tonight. We open the night with Charles Oliveira taking on Doo Ho Choi in the featherweight division. 4:45 into the second, our longest match of the evening. It was Oliveira coming away with the rear naked choke, and he gets the win as the 6th ranked featherweight combatant. So that'll do it. What a night from Prudential Center. Coming at you a couple nights from now, we'll be in the United Center in Chicago, Illinois for Fight Night 3, which is highlighted by a co-main event of number 4 Anthony Smith against number 6 Alexander Gustafsson in the light heavyweight division, and then a heavyweight bout featuring number 4 Curtis Blades and number 9 Alexei Olnik. So we'll see you next time from the United Center in Chicago.